What's up, Coach Ryan Family here. I am in the VIPAR pit today with a supplemental deadlift exercise for you to incorporate into your training sessions. I'm going to encourage you today to get wide and get stiff. No, it's not sexual, it's not creepy. I mean, it could be, but I'm talking about sumo or wide stance stiff leg deadlifts off the floor. These are tremendous for building the glutes, hamstrings, and lower back to increase the strength of your pull. I like to cycle these in periodically as a supplemental movement after my main deadlifting variation, which at the moment is a conventional narrow stance bent knee deadlift. Give these a try. You got a lot of options here. You can pause 2 inches off the ground in the concentric range. You can do high rep touch and go sets. You can pause every rep on the floor. Currently, I'm doing a block where I'm pausing every single rep on the floor just to build that starting strength in the glutes and hamstrings. Again, awesome for hips, posterior chain, the entire back of the body, and a great deadlift builder. I found that when this lift goes up for me, my main deadlift movement goes up for me as well. Hope you like it. Here it is. All right, so that's the sumo stiff leg deadlift or wide stance stiff leg deadlift off the floor. You'll notice I didn't use a ton of weight here. One thing that I found with the deadlift is it's really easy to let your ego get the best of you, where you're just slapping on plates and grinding out horrible, ugly, awful deadlifts. The deadlift is a unique lift in that you can grind out a really ugly, poor technique lift and still succeed in picking it all the way up off the floor. The problem with that, you do that week in and week out, your brain will now recognize that as the new pattern, as the proper pattern, and that's wrong. You don't want to ingrain horrible technique as your proper pattern. So that's one reason why I don't like to go heavy week in and week out with the deadlift. Another reason is it uses so much musculature in the body, it's really, really hard to recover from if you go to a repetition maximum every time you pull. So what I tend to do, I'll keep the weight lighter. This was pretty light today, 405 I think is what I got on the bar for a set of 2, which is not that much for me. But what I'll do is I'll keep it fairly light for most of the block, and then the last maybe week or 2, I'll really try to push the limits and really try to get up heavy in weight, and then I'll take a deload week or 2 after that to rest and recover. The deadlift is very, very hard to recover from, so you can't deadlift too heavy too often. And then the other thing is you don't want to ingrain poor technique. I'm Coach Ryan Family from the VIPAR Pit. If you like this video, please hit subscribe below. I'll catch you next time.